You know what they're flaunting out there. They're flaunting what, and you know what? It's a good thing. You know, in these days, we know the connection between male and female. We know what men want. We know what women want. They want the same. They want the same thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Women are no longer innocent like in the days, man. Now women go out there and they want what they want, and men go out there and they want what they want. You know what I'm saying? And it's no one can say that. You know, now you see like for instance, what happened to Tyson? You know, oh, she went up to the bedroom and she got raped.
Come on.
God damn, she's out there at 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
And Tupac too.
You know, and Tupac too. Yeah, you know. Come on, man.
But listen, but like with her, what the things she said, then we can be. She's misworded herself.
God.
I mean, you can have those feelings of feeling, you know, that you're not beautiful or whatever as a woman, but you can't express them the way she expressed them. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's where she threw it off. Like, no one's saying you can't feel. You not saying, oh, she doesn't feel beautiful. She had kids, her body's different. No one's saying you can't say that, but you can't say you want other men to want your attention. To have your attention. You feel me? Like, man, I would look at my women like, you just embarrassing.
Hell no, man.
You embarrassing me.
Let me tell you, man, you know, I don't know about you, but me, no friends, no numbers, none of that. You ain't got no friends.
I'm your friend.
You ain't got no Facebook friends. You ain't got no phone numbers. Come on, man. The relationship is a relationship, and you know what? 1 or 2 wives, you know, you married here. Nothing else out there, right here. You know, you ain't got to. This woman's talking about. She wants other men to look at her. Come on, man. Come on, but that's the world out there.
Hold on, let me get your brother real quick.
Also, like I said, I was gonna say I have a precept on what you were saying. Like if she would have said it away without shaming Steph Curry.
Go ahead.
There's a precept.
Let me get this precept after
that you know,
after you make your
by
point.
Captain CHAAZAQ. He posted on. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
That's what we just about to pull. Is that the one? Right. Read it again from the top.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
You get what I mean? Listen, when we say silence is golden, that's what it means. Why do we want a woman to be silent? Why? Because we know they can say something that damned.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They can say something that horrible. You feel me? A woman carries a lot of power. So she looking for the wrong power when her power is to keep quiet. That's her power right there. It's to be a mystery. You get what I mean? Be somewhere like hardly seen. What's the word? Hardly heard.
Discreet, sir?
Discreet.
Well, yeah, it's discreet. But what is that one where they say you hardly seen, hardly heard? I forget it. But keep reading that precept.
Come on. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
Come on, man. There is as a mind. Read that last part.
Come on. And there is nothing.
And there is nothing. Go ahead.
So much worth.
Go ahead.
As a mind well instructed.
Well, what?
A mind well instructed.
Meaning what? Her husband needs to teach her and instruct her. You get what I'm saying? And he failed. He failed. And once he failed, he became an embarrassment for today and a couple more days. You know how it goes. Something else next week. But he failed in instructing her how to speak. You get what I'm saying? Like,
you know what, Kevin? Let me interrupt. You know what? I think one of the problems that you know, and it's good that we bring this out in class, you know, because people may think, well, you guys are touching a subject, but the subject that's being touched here is really called the relationship. The relationship between that a brother may have with his wife. You know what I mean? That we may have with our wives, you know, and that's a subject that you don't always hear all the time. Because you know what, you have to be instructed, because a lot of brothers don't understand that. You know, there's a certain way you have to be. You know, because you got to put your woman in check. Because women, you know, they get out of hand, bro.
Straight up.
I don't want that's the way it is. They get out of hand, because you know what, you have to know that if you want to keep a rib for a long time, you better know how to handle it.
Oh, you better check her, or she gonna check you.
You better know how to put your hand down. And you know, people, you know, you hear a lot of people say, well, no, you guys are chauvinists. You know, you guys are male chauvinists. You guys, you know, don't allow the woman to be free. Honestly, the woman isn't meant to be free.
Meanwhile, they're a welcome mat to their woman. Some of them wipe, you know how you wipe your mud off your shoe before you walk in the house? How you want to say something about?
No, that's why I was gonna kind of touch on, because like y'all was saying, like you just can't give a woman too much freedom.
That's right.
What's that? Pour that precept. That's an apocryphal as well.
And the reason why is because you give a woman an inch and she'll take a goddamn yard.
Mile.
Hell yeah. Because you know what? That's the way it is. And you know what? Sometimes you have to speak on that, because you know what? Let me tell you something. You may not believe it, but when a man is strong on a woman, it's for the long run.
Straight up.
You're going to have a relationship that's going to be for the long run. And you know what? It goes both ways. I'm going to say it goes both ways. But, you know, us as men, that brother right there, that basketball player, if he hasn't said nothing, it's because he's weak.
Yeah. And if I could, like, another thing, what you said was right, was, like, you got, it's like you said something that hit me. I need to say it. Okay, so like you have to correct the woman, right? And it's not about being a tyrant. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Jeremiah Muhammad said this, man. You gotta be able to check them. You gotta be able to talk to. I forget what he said, but you gotta be a poet and poet, and you gotta go hard. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta be able to sweet talk them and tell them the things you want. And a woman, you can manipulate her mind righteously. She'll give you anything in the world, and she'll do anything for you. But at the same time, you gotta get a little stern with your woman. If not, you know, crazy with your woman if you need be.
When need to.
Yeah, when need to. So you can dominate her and control her mind. You get what I mean? Because everyone's gonna see your woman, and what they're gonna think of you.
Right.
So when your woman is acting out of pocket, they're gonna think of, damn, this brother not handling his business.
Know how to handle it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Now, but if she's, you know, she's a certain way in front of brothers, and they're like, man, this is a good sister right here. Man, CHAAZAQ doing a hell of a job with his wife. But now, that depends on you and how much work you want to put into your woman. Like, I know I hear a lot of brothers sometimes say, oh, man, you got to get another wife.
Oh, right.
I mean, listen, you can. I'm not saying you can't. You go get you as many women as you want.
Right.
But don't get you 5 women who's going to shame you.
I'm going to say, Cap, if you couldn't tame the first one, what the hell makes you think you're going to say the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You got to first practice on taming the first one.
Come on.
Like that, you get it right on how you're supposed to be to make sure your woman is in order.
Listen. A woman needs constant coaching, man. You got to constantly coach her, constantly teach her, constantly do these things with her and help her grow too. You get what I'm saying? You're going to help her grow as her man. You're going to, what they say, water your flower.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's your flower. They're going to keep watering your flower, raising her up right. You keep letting her blossom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you listen, I'm not saying don't go get you, don't only have one wife. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got a woman that you lay down with, it's a serious thing.
Right.
So when it's serious, you got to put your all into it. Now, some women are just going to be monsters. Straight up monsters. Ain't going to listen to nothing.
Right.
And you know, hey, I understand that. But what I'm saying is a woman that you're going to have to work on. You got to put work into that thing to get what you want.
Right. And you know what, sir? Real quick before Oscar Ward comes in with that precept. You know, and you should know that today, in these days, you're dealing with women that have been mentally trained to be liberal, to be monsters, to be away from what might be the right way. So you pick up a woman nowadays, man, you're dealing with a lot. Because they're coming from a society into a truth that society was just like, you know what, you a strong woman. You know, you can do for yourself. You can be for yourself. And they don't understand what a relationship is about. You know what I mean? And a relationship is a two-way street, but remember, there is someone who leads that two-way street. And that's the man. You know, that's why we're men. You know, you can't be, there's not a middle point to this. I'm going to say it, man. It's my way or the highway.
Straight up.
That's the way it goes because, you know, but on a positive note, that's why there's 34 years in the relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's my way or the highway. And my way has been the right way, and that's why we're still here.
And on top of that, the Bible says a man needs to lead. He needs to be in charge of the head. That's the scriptures. So imagine a woman plays her role in serving her man. Your marriage is gonna be beautiful.
That's right.
But now, if your woman is leading you, your marriage is gonna be horrible. Your marriage is gonna be destroyed, and you're gonna be a walking Steph Curry.
And you know why? Because that woman said, "I want other men to look at me." God damn. Go ahead, Oscar. Bring that out.
God.
Con. It's Ecclesiasticus 25 and 24 through 25. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Right.
Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad.
That's the one I want.
That's the one.
Don't give that woman, a wicked woman, what?
Liberty.
What?
Liberty.
What's liberty mean?
The freedom.
Freedom.
Right.
Too much freedom.
Too much freedom.
They get that freedom out. The freedom to what? Go on a damn show.
Right.
And say what comes to your mind. She
Right.
went up there with tears and, man, just don't look at me, and I just want the
right.
attention of men.
Right.
And yeah, I'm married, but I want attention from other men too. Bitch,
Hey,
what's
right.
wrong with, man? Come on.
And you
Don't
know
show
what,
me that
Cap?
because-
You don't only got the problem with her, but you got the problem with her friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Her friends are whispering in her ear, you know, they're over here, you know, hey, you know, why you letting him say that to you? Why you letting the man? Friends got to be the worst ones. That's why, you know what? You ain't got no friends.
Nah.
I'm your best friend. I'm your husband.
Mhm.
I'm your man. You know, you don't
Counselor,
need them. I'm your
confide
counselor.
in me.
Yeah, you want to talk about somebody? Come and talk to me, for I can tell you.
Your consultant.
Yeah, because sometimes friends are the
Doctor.
ones that lead you in the wrong direction.
Go ahead,
I'm
Larry.
gonna say too, the only reason why his brother is even known is because of that brother right there.
Yes.
Done.
Without Steph Curry,
She be a
Ooh,
nobody.
no.
She,
Of course.
yeah, nobody.
She-
yeah.
She wouldn't be on that show.
She uses his platform.
Right,
And listen,
right.
she used the platform that he gave her to embarrass him.
Right.
Come on. God damn.
Absolutely.
I'll scroll, go
Absolutely.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Another
Oscar.
precept circle what you just said.
Uh-huh.
Ecclesiasticus 25 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly.
Oh,
God.
man.
Hey,
You know what I'm
we're gonna
saying?
be chilling,
Ah.
and the brother, you can get the report from a brother like, "Hey, you see what your wife just did?" And when you hear with your wife, you like, "Oh my god,
Man.
You
You're
know
out
what
here
I'm saying?
drinking and let me get out of here. I gotta go put this
Hey, your wife is in the
Hey,
front,
man.
drunk as hell, talking
Oh,
talking
man.
shit about you.
in. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's,
That's
now
the
you gotta go
problem.
home and
Now
deal with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, and there's two of them, Cap. There's the one that's got to leave because his wife's talking about him, and then there's the other one that's got to leave because his wife told him you got to come home now.
now.
And you're like, oh.
And when
man.
he gets home now, all his clothes is outside.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man. It's a, you know what? It's a hard thing. The woman is a hard thing. You can't live with them. You can't live without them.
That's
you
a
know?
great saying.
It is a hard.
That saying
thing.
is true for me.
Yeah, man, for
Yeah.
all of us, for all of us, Cap, for all of us. You can't
Good.
live with them. You can't live without them. But it's a beautiful thing.
If you got the right, if you
Right,
constantly work with that woman though.
I'm gonna say
You know
something,
what I'm
Cap. I'm gonna say
Go ahead,
something.
go ahead.
You know what it is that life is full of memories, right? And you should know that you're gonna build memories with somebody
Right.
that's gonna grow old with you.
Come.
You're gonna be in your bed. You're gonna be old. You know, you're gonna lay there, and there's gonna be somebody there that's gonna share those memories with you. Man, let me tell you something. Your homies ain't gonna lay in bed with you and share those memories.
No.
And your brothers and your sisters are not. You know what? There's gonna be somebody that you're gonna choose that's gonna help you build those memories.
Yeah.
It's a tough game,
Yeah.
but you know what? You want to make sure that you have the right person there with you to be able to talk about the things you've done, talk about the things you've been through, the good, the bad, the hard, everything, man.
Mhm.
Because in that day, when you're old and gray and you're laying there and everything had gone by, you know what? There's gonna be that one special person, man, that you're always gonna, be able to talk to. Hey, man, you know what? There's a saying in Spanish, right? The bed tells all secrets.
Oh, yeah. That should be in.
Yeah, the
Do
bed
that
tells
language
all
too.
secrets, bro. You know what I'm saying? The bed and why did the bed tell all secrets? Because you and your wife talk about everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you confide in her. You know what I'm saying? That's a special person that you have. But today, you got to learn to mold that person because she's coming from a place that's just, man, once again, that woman that said, men don't look at me.
Yeah.
That's the kind of woman you're dealing with. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Go ahead.
I say, because I got all the wisdom. He been married over almost 30 years.
Man, I've been married dinosaur age. But you know that the reality is that you learn to cherish that, man. You learn to cherish that women are important in the life. Man, let me tell you something. I always say in my show that women have an important part in revolution.
Oh,
we
sure.
live in a revolution. The revolution that we speak today is a revolution of truth.
The life we live.
Yeah, we're coming out in a revolution. We're revolutionizing what the Black Panthers, the Brown Berets, the Native American Indian movement, and all them were doing. We've revolutionized that to a point where we don't want war. We want to wake up our people.
Listen, like, and what you said was correct. Like in our revolution, and of course when you oppress and under oppression, just like in what's that, Egypt, in oppression, they was having sex, having kids, right? Kids was coming out, and under that, you needed that woman to go what? Hold down the house. She needed to come and take care of this house, raise them kids, so what? You can go do the work. You know what I mean? That your work. I ain't talking about your slavery. I'm talking about the work. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about the work that we do. So you need that woman to be here and hold it down for you. You know what I'm saying? It makes it easy for you. You know what I'm saying? So for sure they play a role and they hold a lot of power. You know what I mean? Women hold a lot of power. And they learn how to use it, they could be something dangerous against the white man.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And for their people. But of course we gotta still fight that. And we gotta fight that. We gotta fight against the brainwashing, what that sister talked about being, which that was a horrible thing to say. But of course she don't know no better. Why is she even talking?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Why is she even talking about this? You know what I mean? But
And let me tell you something, women, especially for the Hispanic people, I'm gonna throw it out for the Hispanic people because, I'm good at targeting my people. The Hispanic people, we should know, man, throughout every century, man, the Aztecs, they have stories of women that help the soldiers, the men, in the times of need.
God.
During the revolution in Mexico, Pancho Villa and Zapata, man, let me tell you, Pancho Villa, the soldiers not only rode with their wives, but with their children to fight different battles throughout Mexico. They would bring the families because the women played an important role in the revolution of Mexico. The women played a role where they would help feed, help with medical, help with clothing. The women were there for them even in the point of battle, that some of them went out and fought for their men. You know what I'm saying? Not because of their country, but because their man was fighting. They were, when my man's fighting, I'm going to go fight with him. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Because the Mexican women, they have a love for their men. Hey, man, you see these in the Chicano movement, the Cholas, they roll with their man. Even the brothers,
Sure.
The brothers, they got what do you got? They got their shorty that's gonna roll with them. Hold their gun for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women hold an important part in a man's life.
Them Gadai sisters.
The Gadai sisters,
Come on, man.
You Israel.
Man.
You Israel because the women are so tied to their men.
God.
The white man came here and gave us all this nonsense of separation. Go ahead, Commandant.
Hold on, before you say that, real quick. Before you say that, the white man gave the woman empowerment.
God,
he knew what he was doing when he did that. That's what happened to Eve, right?
God.
He gave her power, and when she learned that, I can have power.
Right.
Oh wait, it's for not only for my man, but for me. Hold on, that destroyed us.
God.
So
the first liberal movement.
God, that was the first one.
I have a precept that ties in.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all.
Perfect.
Right.
But she that dishonor him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all.
And that was pride. She was proud.
Right.
So go on national. She was on Facebook platform and says a Facebook show and gonna say something like that.
Right.
God damn. Man, I couldn't go home and look at my rib in the face.
And you know the thing is that she's on a show that she knows gets nationwide attention. How are you gonna go on a show that millions watch and say something like that? Say something as ridiculous, men don't look at me. I don't feel, what she's saying? She's saying that she don't feel that men want her sexually.
No,
because that's what it really is.
And it's like this. No, the men around you know you married.
Right.
And they love your husband. Damn. The hell's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
she didn't see that.
No, she don't see that. You know what I mean? Like,
she don't see that men have some kind of respect.
I don't know. Lahar remembers. This is what happened. We actually seen her and the sister up in Jack London Square in Oakland. I don't know if you remember that. We was right by the car. We seen them. We seen them walking up. I said, damn, okay. And I seen who she was. I said, oh, damn, that's Steph Curry. I went back to my car. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is a true story. It actually happened right there in Johnson Square. I was with Kwame. I think I was with Lahad. And it came through. She came through, and I'm like, okay, who's this walking up? And they walking up. I look. I'm like, that's Aisha Curry. I know how she looked.
Right.
So I'm like, in person, I was like, oh shit, like wonder about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as you walking up, I said, oh, never mind. That's I went back to the. That's what happens.
God.
You get what I'm saying? Now, there's some cats that don't give a damn about that, but the cats around them obviously do.
Well, you know what? I think what's happening here is she took it for granted. What she took for granted is that people are not attracted to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not attracted to her. What happened is that people respect her.
Yeah.
Because she's married to a brother that deserves respect.
Listen, what she want to happen? Cats come up there and say, hey, what's going on? So she can be like, no, I'm married. That's all she want to do? You see how dumb that is? A woman's mind is, it ain't, that's exactly what she wants. She want men to come up there and say, what's going on, shorty? And for her to say, I'm married, and show the ring finger. That's all she want, and she'll feel better about herself.
Hey, Cap, you know what we used to call that in the 80s? Mexicans used to call it a scam.
That's a scam.
Yeah, that's the word. We used to use the word scam. We were scammers. A Mexican was known as a scammer. Why? Because you went up to a girl, you spoke to her because you were trying to scam on her. You were trying to, throw a curve on her to see if she'd bite.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What happens with this woman, this Curry woman, is that men ain't trying to scam on her because men respect who her man is.
Straight up.
But she can't respect herself to understand that.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Hold on real quick, and another thing too, like, it's one thing about happiness people need to understand. You know what I mean? Someone can't control your happiness or how you feel. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's just for whatever. Like, someone can help you, but they can't make you feel a way. No one can do that but you. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
You gotta do that for yourself. You gotta decide whether you're gonna be happy or you're gonna be sad. Now, in the sad case, women decide a lot. They just rather be sad and depressed. And that's their decision. You can't help that. But when she comes up and says, no, I'm gonna decide I'm not gonna be this way. I'm gonna decide I am wanted. My man want me. That's all that matters. When she gotta make that decision, her life will be better. But if she decides, man, why no one want me? Why I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna go on TV because other men don't want me. She's not single.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You have somebody out there?
It's like, yeah,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then she probably feel that way because the world pushes women to act like hoes, and then and she feels that if no one's getting at her, then she left out. That she's not really she's not like everybody else.
Brother, she's about to get an acting role and have she's gonna have a trust this is gonna happen soon. She's probably gonna become some type of actress and be some type of role with another man.
You know why?
You know what I'm saying?
You know why, Cap?
Go ahead.
Because when you start doing stuff like that, the industry says, oh, that's the kind of people we want.
Come on.
That's what we want. We want someone like that. Why? Because all she's gonna do is help more black women go into the hole.
Come on.
That's what it really is. She's gonna help. And right away, man, the white Jewish industry is a goddamn devil, bro.
Yeah.
They're gonna see like, oh man, that was a great thing she said. Let's get her in here and we're gonna make a movie where she's gonna represent some married woman being with other men.
Listen, that happened to Lala. I don't know if y'all know who Lala is. Lala, y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's Carmelo's
Carmelo's girl. She was feeling like she was getting outshined by her husband. Went and got a show. She went on a power series, right? And she started having relations with the white boy, man. Kissing. I'm talking about breast all out. You know what I mean? For the thing, because, she probably felt how Aisha Curry felt. And Carmelo had to sit back because he weak and say, all right, go ahead. This is your dream. We got money. What you doing? Damn. Go ahead, Carmelo.
So like I said, precept to what you're saying, sir?
John, no sweat.
This is Mark chapter 10, verse 12. And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committed adultery.
Oh, right, man. See, read that again, man.
Mark chapter 10, verse 12. And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committed adultery.
Come on, man. Come on. I'm just saying, though. What does she want? what does she want? That's what she want. I mean, she knew what she was getting. She knew her man is a basketball player.
Right.
She knew he was gonna have the attention of thousands of women, millions of women wherever he go. And you know what the cold part is? This cat publicly ain't never been in nothing with no other woman.
Right.
He publicly, at least. You know, I don't know about having privately.
Right.
But if it happened privately, it would have came out. You know, more than you know. But he ain't never did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really was like, this is my one wife. This is my woman. And, you know, that's what it is. And he can go on camera and say, you know how much vagina I turned down?
Damn right.
You know how much box I turned down?
Man, you a basketball player.
Come on. How much? The best shooter in NBA history. Man. You know how much vagina I turned down because I'm married?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You know how many women I got to curve? Come on, man. And you know, he would have been ridiculed for that.
Right. Hey, come on, dog. Read that one more time. Man, you know what? That's important because I'm gonna break something down real quick. Go ahead.
Come on. This is the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 12.
Mark 10, verse 12. Look it up. Read.
And if a woman shall put away her husband.
If who?
A woman shall put away her husband.
Put away her husband really means to cheat on her husband. Read.
And be married to another.
And married is sex.
Mm-hmm.
Read.
She committed adultery.
She committed adultery. Let me tell you something. In this truth, man, we ain't safe from that.
No.
A lot of us brothers in this truth, we're gonna run into that with the wives that we may have picked.
Mm-hmm.
One of those wives is gonna go out and do that. Let me tell you something. As hard as it may be, you know, as heartbreaking as it may be, because you know we love our wives, man. Whether you got 1, 2, 3, no matter how many you got, you love all your wives. But when your wife does that to you, man, it's a hard thing to say, but you know what? You gotta put her away.
And you know what's so cool? Like, what you said was so true. Listen, in the truth, right? Okay, let's say it like this. Ice Curry, she said what she said, right? Steph Curry, he can't leave her. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, because she hasn't done
she
nothing.
ain't. he got to deal with that.
Right, he's got to deal with it.
It's a burden.
You know check that.
Yeah, he gonna have to check her.
Yeah.
Check his stats. What he looking like? He 0 for. He like 1 for 9 right now. I keep checking it.
0 for 9 on his wife.
That too. His mind is messed up, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? His mind is messed up.
But you know, in the truth, you know, we're gonna, a lot of brothers, man, are gonna run into one of your wives is gonna run into that problem, you know. And I know that there's a precept, right, of what a man should do if your wife does that.
Jeremiah 3.
Jeremiah 3. Read that.
Read it from forward.
Jeremiah 3:1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not the land be greatly polluted?
Polluted. Read.
But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord.
You see, we will never take that wife back. Because it's polluted. Let me tell you what the word polluted means. Polluted means like destroyed. Like you're not going to drink polluted water. You ain't going to drink water that's been pissed on, you know, shitted on, you know, dumped on. You ain't going to take nothing like that. You're never going to go back to that water. Why? Because it's polluted. If a woman goes out and sleeps with another man, you know what? You can't take that wife back. Because why? She's polluted. Let me tell you something. When you follow the way of the Lord, your wife does that to you, you turn her away completely, you may suffer for a while, but the Lord's going to recompense you, man. Right. You're going to get a wife that's going to treat you correct. The way you should be. Why? Because you're serving the Lord. And the Lord will never let you go without what your need is. And you know what? A man needs a woman. And a woman needs a man. And you know what? The Lord will find somebody that will learn to respect you and be with you. Your woman cheated on you? Man, put her to the side. You know who loses? She loses.
Straight up. Listen, they say when that happened, man, I remember learning in the school, when a woman do that to you, man, get up and face the east and thank the Lord. You get what I'm saying? Face the east, put that prayer up and thank the Lord, because the scriptures say, a righteous, a wicked, so like a righteous man escapes a wicked woman.
Damn right.
You get what I'm saying? But this is pollute in the Bible. I mean, the Merriam's. This is the used in the Bible sense though, to make physically impure or unclean. You get what I'm saying? To dirty. So
right.
That's what's happening. Go ahead, Oscar.
I know the precepts are for which I just said. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
Straight up, man.
Right.
You better go pick your woman in the right way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Some brothers got the gift to pick a woman. They know what's up. Some brothers they'll see all the red flags and still say, nah, she the one.
Right.
She is the one.
And you know what we should learn from, if you got a wicked woman, you should learn that the next woman you got, man, you need to check that continually. You know, because, you know what, man, it's hard to believe, but women like men who are, you know, man, assholes. You know, that's what they like. You had something to comment on?
I still like to say,
No? Okay. Yeah, you know, women, man, sometimes the worse you treat them, the more they stay with you. Now, I ain't saying you're gonna, you know, backslap them or you know, treat them wrong, but it's the truth. Sometimes the worse you treat more that you treat a woman, man, the more she seems to be attached to you. You know.
Now it's like this. It's like what they call like women would say like, oh, you an asshole. Like they like the assholes.
Yeah.
But the asshole, why you an asshole? Because you telling her the truth about herself.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's why you an asshole. But then she likes that because she's becoming a better person.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what they like right there.
Hey, in this truth, when you get a woman and you treat her the way you're supposed to treat her, which is, you know, an asshole, bro. Hey, man, that's what it is. You know, but once again, you're looking for a long-term relationship. In this truth, you know that when you get a woman, this relationship that you have with her is forever. This is not you know, when you go, the Christians, you know, on the pulpit, they give you a ring and till death do you part. Well, you're going to die as soon as you go and meet another woman. You're going to die as soon as she goes and, you know, does whatever she does. In this truth, man, the death do you part means that we're going to be with our women to the end. These women are going to become our princesses in the kingdom.
Damn right.
We're going to be the kings. They're going to be our princesses.
Damn right.
They're going to be with us forever. They're going to be able to rule with us and cherish the glory of the Lord with those of us that come out here. You know, we out on the streets, we out speaking, we out, you know, our goal is to bring our people to the truth. You know, we ain't playing games. We ain't out there, you know, with this nonsense. Our life is about waking up our people. This is our revolution. This is what we want to do. We want to wake up our people to this truth. We want our people to be, you know, soldiers like we're going to be. Let me tell you something. People get killed for less than what we say.
Right. Damn right.
There's people getting killed in nightclubs and schools and all this for less than what we say. We come here and we speak against our enemy. The same enemy that destroys countries. The same enemies that breaks down societies. The same enemy that has you in the ghettos. And we're the ones coming out here and speaking against them. We're telling you that this man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Right. We're the ones telling you that this man has destroyed you over 600 years, put you in slavery, destroyed you, your families, robbed, raped, and murdered. And we're out in the streets speaking about these people. And let me tell you something, there's people who died for less than that. So you know that we are those valiant men the Bible speaks of. Because who else is going to go out and say these things? No one. Only us in the ISUPK come out and say these things.
That's right.
Nobody else will say these things. And you know what? We have no remorse. And we don't think twice. Because you know what? We're educated men who know what the Bible talks about. And know that what we speak are the Lord's words. Right. Ain't that right?
Mm-hmm. Damn right. For sure.
So let me tell you something. When you log into our programs, when you log into what we're talking about, man, we're not making stuff up. This is not something this is not an emotional state. This is not an emotional point. This is facts brought out by the scripture, brought out by history. You know, when I speak, I'm speaking out of history. I'm speaking out of facts. You know, you may hate me for what I say, but you're not hating on me. You're hating on what the Lord has to say. Everything we talk about is nothing but facts. Today we're talking about, right now we're talking about, the relationship between a man and a woman. The reality is that even though a lot of men come against it, a lot of women come against it, but the man is the one who rules the house. The man is the one who sets the standard of what it's going to be like.
It's like,
go ahead.
I'm going to say too, like one thing what you're saying super heavy is that one thing most brothers will come against is that the sister you lay down with, you got to keep that sister forever. There is no such thing as hitting and quitting no more.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Once you lay down with that sister, you got to keep her forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's Exodus 22:16, I believe. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You can't have sex with hoes no more.
That's right.
There ain't no such thing as having sex with prostitutes and whores and whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Now you got to choose your woman wisely.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just can't hit any woman that just give it up to you.
Right.
You got to pass it up. You know what I mean? So now you got to choose your woman wisely. You got to pick the right woman.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Although in America, they teach you to have sex with whoever. You know what I mean? In music and movies industry, they teach you to have sex with whores and hoes and everything like that, be a pimp and all that. But in the truth, when you follow God and you follow Christ, now you gotta pick your woman wisely. You gotta have, and when you have sex with a woman, you gotta keep that woman forever.
Right, you know right. I mean? Let me tell you something. A woman that gets with the brother from the ISUPK, man, she's got herself a prize.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She got herself something that's beyond a regular man out there. Because what we understand is that we serve the Lord first before anything. So you're really marrying a man of the Lord. You're getting together with a man of the Lord. You're looking out there in the world, man. These brothers, they homosexuals, bisexuals. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at brothers who out in the world that will sleep with you today and then sleep with another man the next day. They'll go back and forth, because that's common nowadays. When you come into the truth, this is the place, ISUPK is a place where men dwell.
That's right.
You're going to get yourself a man in the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? We're going to know how to treat a woman, but before we treat a woman, we know that our goal is to serve the Lord. Do you see us going out to camp? Man, that's what we're doing. We're going out to camp. If we're going out and hang out with the brothers and being brotherly, that's what we're doing. We're going out and being brotherly.
Right.
But you know what? If you're Hispanic, you should understand that our ancestors, the Aztecs, man, ain't no different in their way of life as it is today in the ISUPK. Me as a person who has studied the culture of the Aztecs, I'm going to tell you something, man. There's a lot of similarities with the Aztec culture and the ISUPK. Everything the ISUPK does today, man, the Aztec culture had it. You know why? Because the Aztec culture, the Mexica, man, they were what they call hombres valientes, valiant men who cherished being a man. To them, being a man was a man who had wives, not a wife, wives. They had wives, man. They had plenty of wives. And you know what? They'd go out and do the hunting. The wives would do the rest. The wives would raise their children. The wives would take care of the men. The wives would take care of the home. The man only came back, you know what? To have sex with the wife. That's what they came. That was their duty, to satisfy the wife. You ever heard that word, Latin lovers? Hey man, that don't come just because. That's a word that's placed on Mexicans because that's the way we were. We knew how to keep our wives correct. You know what I mean? And you know what? The similarity between the culture that we have in the ISUPK or the Israelite culture and the culture of the Aztecs is very, very close. Even today, I've mentioned it before, the Hebrew Academy, to go out and get that jacket, to go out and do that test, to put yourself through all that, no different than going out and getting the eagle warrior suit or getting the jaguar suit. It was the same thing. You went out there and put yourself through the manhood test to show that you were a man capable of going through all this and showing honor for your people. Today, that's what we need, man. That's what blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians need. We need to go out there and show that we're capable of showing what it is to be a man once again.
Right.
Because it's been lost in America. All these people are goddamn homosexuals.
Right.
Go ahead.
I could real quick. And we're saying it's heavies too, like, okay, like what you brought up in the UPK, we're showing you how to be a man. And we put you through trials, we put you through warfare. You know, you go through pain, you go through hurt, you know, in the UPK. And we're showing you how to become a man. But in the white man society, you go to college, right? And they put you through those fraternities.
Right.
And in those fraternities, they're teaching you how to be a homosexual.
Right.
In those fraternities,
God.
you know, you're going through all these homosexual rituals, and you know,
Right.
whatever you want to call it. All I know is it's gay.
Right.
You know, it's
God.
homosexual. So you got a choice. If you want to be part of America and the white man society, you go through those homosexual rituals or whatever you want to call it. But if you want to be a man, if you're black and Hispanic, you come to UPK.
That's right.
And we'll make you a man. We'll
That's
make you a warrior. And we'll put you through these trials. And if you don't make it through these trials, if you don't make it through this warfare, it's because this wasn't for you.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Damn right.
And that's all I gotta say.
And let me tell you something. That you're saying is true, because even in the world, right? Even in the world, you know, you got a bunch of and I'm gonna say this because of a homeboy that I know. He had a friend that was man, hardcore, you know, cholos and shit. But he caught his woman cheating on him. And instead of leaving his woman, this homeboy went and stabbed her. He came home and stabbed her, and man, multiple stab wounds, and killed her. And her children were in the house. And this brother went and killed her, you know, stabbed her to death, and then took off. They caught him in San Diego, you know, Pacoima area. Caught him in San Diego. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're hardcore, but a woman can change you completely.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're a hardcore gang banging killer, murderer, you against your own people, but as soon as some woman cheats on you, you know what? You weaken completely. And you change who you are. And you go and murder and throw your life away. Why? Because you were never a man. You know what I'm saying? You were never that strong person. Because if a woman can break you down like that, then you were never a true man. You know what I'm saying? Kasharwan, you had something to say?
I was like that. I was gonna say what you said. That was his weak point. Like he didn't give a F about anything else.
Right.
But when it came down, he found out his girl was cheating on him. Then he was willing to risk it all, and he gave it all up.
Exactly.
For that.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. That's the problem with Black Hispanics and Native American Indians. That we're weakened over nothing. That we're weakened over simple things. Our focus needs to be on us being men and going for the gold, which is the kingdom of the Lord. Yes, and we're servants of the Lord. We're soldiers. We're warriors. We are not ourselves. We do not tend for ourselves anymore. We are here to fight a battle against our true enemy. My enemy is not the black man. My brother is not my enemy. My brother, my Mexican brother is not my enemy. My neighborhood's not my enemy. You know what I'm saying? How could you be a man who's fighting against your enemy, and your own brother comes and erases your tag, and you go back and shoot your brother because he came into your neighborhood? But then when the white man comes and gentrifies your neighborhood, you will never go down to City Hall and say, hey man, you know what? You're taking my people out of my neighborhoods. You know, you're gentrifying my neighborhood. That's when you should be a man. That's when you should come and fight for the rights of your people. But instead, you're trying to fight your own people, kill your own people for a simple tag. You know why? Because you were never a man. You thought you were, but what you really were was just someone who went along with everything that everybody else does. A true man serves the Lord. A true man fights for his people in general. I fight for Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. My brother here, my other one here, fights for Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. We'll die for our brothers. We'll die for the truth. That's a true soldier, a true warrior. Go ahead.
Also, like I said, I was just gonna say what you were saying, that blacks and Latinos killing each other is it weakens the community.
That's right.
Or it weakens the neighborhood to get gentrified.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And also, what I was gonna say, if I could, was that that's, you know, nobody messes with your jefita.
Hey, right.
Right? Nobody messes with your moms.
Right.
Right? But that's who the white man is messing with when he comes and raises the rent, raises the electricity bills and all the bills, you know?
Right.
That's who's messing with. They're messing with your jefita right there.
Right.
But you ain't willing to do nothing. You ain't willing to stop breaking the law.
Right.
That's all you gotta do. You gotta just stop breaking the law and be legit.
Right. Let me tell you something. We're gonna go down and we're gonna hang the Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And brother's gonna come up against us and get mad at us and try to fight us.
Right.
But you know what? You will never draw a mural of the Virgin Mary in downtown LA again. You will never draw a mural of the Virgin Mary in Boyle Heights again, or in Highland Park, or in Lincoln Heights. You know why? Because those areas are now white people.
Right.
They gentrified your neighborhood. And when you try to go tag up, they're going to call the police on your ass. And you know what? You're going to jail. You know what? For something that historically was yours. And now, you know what? It's no longer yours. But you want to come up against, because we're hanging a statue of the Virgin Mary. But you'll never go down to City Hall and tell them, you know what? That neighborhood was my neighborhood. Those streets were my streets. My children's grew up there.
Right.
And you know what? You will never be that person to go down there and hold down your neighborhood like you said it was. Go ahead.
Oh, so like if I could, I was gonna say that that even it was common for, if you owned a business, that you would have a mural of a saint or la Virgin Mary or something religious up on your wall, so taggers won't come up and tag it, because that's the only thing they wouldn't tag up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it was common for that. But now, since all those businesses are getting taken out,
right?
You know, you ain't gonna have those anymore.
Oh, so like I said, I have a precept about the images.
Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 5. But thou shalt, but thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their graves and burn their graven images with fire.
Right. That's what we should do. You know, we should break down these images. We should no longer put these up. But you know what? The truth is that when you're Hispanic and you're not in the truth, that's your mentality. That's who we are all the time. Man, even you're gonna do it with the paintbrush, you're gonna do it with the spray can, you're gonna do it with whatever you got. That's the way we're gonna do it. Because that's who we are. But you know what? The reality is that, you know what? We're being pushed back of who we are by a nation that hates us. Go ahead, Cap.
No, I don't got nothing. We're good.
Hey, okay, we're good. And that's just, you know, we want to touch on that point, you know. Of course, you know, as we're talking right now, we're talking about the relationship between men and women, and how, you know, us men, we should be, you know, on point with when it comes down to us being, you know, the leaders in not only in our communities, but in our households. Right. What do you think, Cap?
For sure. Like, the black man, listen, your responsibility is something huge, man. That's a word that the black and Hispanic people hate, though. The word responsibility.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you take the responsibility of, you know, of yourself and your nation and your people, you know, raising a family, and not only raising a family, you raise a community up. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I mean? The Bible gives you a law, and then with that law comes responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Right. We can't shy away from that. You know what I'm saying? We can't shy away from it. We got to embrace it if you truly want to see black people and Hispanic people succeed. You know what I'm saying? So with that succession comes hard work, becomes sacrifice. And if we can put our sacrifice, you know what I mean, every day, and put our lives on the line every day, and we got to put our money into what we love every day, so we can be on top, then we just has to be done. Or otherwise it ain't going to get done. You know what I'm saying? It won't be done, and it won't be our generation. It'll be another generation that comes. You know what I'm saying? So it's something we got to do, something we got to embrace, and something we got to take on, and not just talk it and just live it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, man, most truth, Cap. You know, we're out here every weekend, you know, breaking it down for everybody to know that, you know what, when you come into the ISUPK, you're filled with knowledge, you know, understanding of what it should be, you know, and how we should take care of the things that keep our families together, keep the brotherhood together, and how all of us together, going through the scriptures, learning what's good for us, will be able to, help our next generation to come in here and do the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And keep ourselves on the right track. Because you know what? There's a lot of distractions out there. There's a lot of things, he say, she say, religions out there. And, especially for our kids that go to these schools where now you're being taught, the homosexuality, the transsexuals, the non-binary. Isn't that what that cat said? Non-binary, which means you're not a man, you're not a woman. It's a non-binary education that they have in schools.
Let's not even get to that right
Man,
there. That's a whole other hour.
That's a whole nother, exactly. But this non-binary stuff that's going out there, you should understand that we're in a world that's competing with what the truth is. We're in a country that's coming out with ways to destroy the Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. What is that? Feminizing Blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
If I could too, with the homosexuality, that's completely true. But also, you got a president in the United States who's against Black and Hispanic people. You know what I mean? You got Donald Trump who hate Black and Hispanic Native American people.
It ain't just Donald. It's the whole white race and the whole everyone in the government. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Donald Trump is just the face. You feel me?
Right.
He's just the face of the hate. But they all hate Black and Hispanic Native Americans. Go ahead.
It's like, if I could, and they always have. All the presidents before have always said it.
Even Barack Obama.
You kind of, if I could, it's like, if I could, sir, make America great. That saying, all the other presidents have said it too.
Yeah.
Donald Trump wasn't the first one to say it. All the other ones have said it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Lahar.
And if you live in a country where Black and Hispanic people are hated, if you're Black and Hispanic, where you gonna go? You know what I mean? Where you gonna be saved at? You can't go to the Christian church because the Christian church is telling you to love the people that are hating you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So where in the hell are you gonna go if you Black and Hispanic? There is nowhere to go. You gonna go to the Christian church? You go to Muslim mosques? Where is the refuge for Black and Hispanic people if in America?
Yeah.
Where? There is none.
Nah,
There is not one place you can go to where you can find salvation.
Listen,
Not one place.
Where is that place though?
The only place where you can find refuge and salvation is in the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge,
That's
right.
under Grand Jeffrey Hanna.
Listen. Oh, go ahead.
And it goes deeper than that because you can go to some fake. I ain't trying to go into the whole detail, but you go to an Israelite group that claims to be in the truth, but in the bottom of it, they're also teaching salvation for all nations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In the Israelite School, UPK, we're deeply, we truly believe in salvation for only Black and Hispanic people. If you're African, you cannot receive salvation. Bottom line. If you're a white man, you're an Arab, you're an East Indian, you know what I mean? You cannot receive salvation. Only people that can receive salvation are Hispanic and Black and Native American Indians and West Indians. We're the only people that can receive salvation. You understand? According to the Bible. You understand? And you're gonna find that in the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge.
Right.
This is the only place where you can receive salvation in America.
That's right.
Under white supremacy. You understand? This is where you're gonna get saved if you're Black and Hispanic.
Man, that's heavy, man. But that's the truth. You know what I mean? And that's a hard truth to swallow for a lot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't want to believe that, but biblically speaking, that's what it is. You know what I mean? And that's why you need to come into the ISUPK, because only here will you get the inconvenient truth.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Only here will you hear what the Bible has to say about all of this, man. Whether it be, what's happening to us today as Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, what's happening to us today as just a society, or what's happening to us, financially with all this stuff that's going on with the raising of this, the raising of that. The Bible gives you an insight of why this is happening to us. And why is because we're the children of Israel living in a land that's against us for who we are. Go ahead, Shawan.
And if I could, it all started with even what we were bringing out in the beginning of class, which was what I believe Ashpor brought out, the 10 Commandments, right? Exodus. in Exodus?
Come on, sir.
Thou shalt not make no graven images. Those were
Right.
the 10 Commandments. And that's why we're going through what we're going through today. Because we made those graven images and we're going against God. So how do we want God to be on our side if we're going against Him?
God,
Straight up.
so that's true. That's true.
Ain't no gray area. It's either black or white. You know what
Kind
I'm
of,
saying?
kind.
Straight
Right,
up.
right.
It's either you a Christian or you in UPK.
Right.
And if you ain't UPK, then you are a Christian.
Right.
Right.
I don't care if you Muslim, Buddhist, you a Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's in the Bible. That's called an antichrist. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So good to go.
Right, right. You know, when we come on the show, we always like to talk about, you know, the things that are happening, especially to my people, the Ishikarites, you know, because it's hard to speak because, you know, just as well as our Judite brothers are being shot in the street, man, videos come out every day of our brothers being, you know, man, brutalized, murdered on the streets, you know.
Yeah.
This is a daily, like, you know, you speak to some white people, oh, you know, everybody gets killed, but man, really, man, I've been watching how, Cap, man, it breaks my heart, bro. Like, I get angry to see how, man, I'm gonna tell you something, Cap, like I don't know what, the Lord doesn't let any of that happen to me in front of my face, because the way I feel when I see these videos, I feel like maybe I would react like that in real life. You know, if I seen that happening to a black brother or a black sister in the street, I feel like maybe I would have that reaction, you know, of trying to help in some way, you know, and putting me on the spot. But, you know, likewise, you know, the Hispanic brothers and sisters, you know, recently there was some Hispanics that were at on the site.
My bad. If I could, I wanted to just touch on what you just said, though. You know what I'm saying? Like what you just said about how you feel. Like that's love. You know what I mean? Don't ever get that twisted. You know what I'm saying? That's love. What you feel for your people. You don't want to see your people go through nothing. You know what I mean? Especially something unjust. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that. You know what I mean? You pull that from me real quick. You got that up?
Come on. Ecclesiastes 77.
Mm-hmm.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Yeah, like that's you. That's us. That's us in the UPK, man. You see how people out there getting oppressed and getting in poverty and being dead wrong. You know what I mean? It make it a wise man mad. You get what I'm saying? It makes us pissed. It pisses us off. Right. And it should. And when we go let off our aggression, that can't.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You go take all that in of what you've seen in the news and in the streets. And you say, damn, man, I'm about to release this right here in these streets, man, because these streets need it, man. Because this is where the injustice is happening. This is where the unruly, you know, the thrive is right here off of your people.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You go look at everything that we go through, the prison system, the welfare, food stamps, whatever, all these low income, you know what I'm saying? Section 8, like that's us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we go through these things, and it pisses me off that we need the white man to live.
Right.
You get what I mean? But you know what though? We're gonna have welfare in the kingdom too.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna have food stamps.
Right.
For them devils.
I hear you.
Yeah, and they're gonna have financial aid too.
Right.
You get them? They're gonna have low incomes.
Right.
All that. And you know what I mean? They treated us like that. We're gonna treat them like that too. You know what I'm saying?
That's their mercy for us.
Yeah.
That's
you
their
know what I
mercy
mean?
for us.
That's what they're gonna get a food stamp card. You know how you get that little card? It's a card. It ain't like a debit card. It's just it's yellow, so you make sure that you're not like, you know, regular people.
Right.
Let everyone know you're poor. You know, so everyone's gonna know that they poor when they go get some groceries.
They put some neon green, neon yellow, like when you pull it out, they know, hey, welcome.
Oh, you poor. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, that reminds me of when they used to have the food stamp books.
They
used to have it hard for you to pull off and shit. You had to
Come
sit
on.
there and kind of pull that shit out.
Come
you know?
on.
I remember that.
They gonna
Yeah,
get
you're
that.
right.
They gonna get the same treatment, man.
Gosh,
but
right.
double, according to what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, because on your point, I just had to bring that up for the point you said.
No, you're
before you
absolutely
move
right.
on.
So you know, it's just that I was saying that, you know, it's that's a perfect precept. You know, oppression maketh the wise man mad. You know, and what really makes me mad, even worse than seeing that happen to my people, is understanding that my own people don't understand that's oppression.
God.
You know, that my own people will look at you and speak about you or tell you, you know, negative things because you're trying to uphold your own people.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? That you're trying to help, you know, wake people up, because this is what it's about. You know, we're trying to wake our people up to the reality of what's happening to us. And you know, it's just a difficult thing when your people see you as a threat, or as ignorance, or they're mad at you because they can't understand that you love Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
But that's why we have it set up to where we go to camp, and at camp, to them, there's no like, oh, no, these guys are crazy. But that's why we say, man, come to class.
Right.
The coming to class part is the you understanding what setting we're in.
God.
Camp is to blaze. You get what I'm saying? Camp is to teach. I
Right.
mean, class is to teach.
Guys,
You feel what I'm
God,
saying?
God.
Camp is the white man is the devil. No, take your questions to the table. Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
God,
That's what
God.
camp is about.
Right.
But class is about, anybody got any questions?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? What's your question, brother? Like, you know what I mean? It's a different setting. So
Right.
that's why I be like, man, come to class, take this flyer. You know what I mean? Go to the table. They go get all the
Right.
information and come to the class, man. But if you can't take that second step, I need to keep blazing then. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Right.
God.
My blazing don't
God.
have to come in vain then. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Right.
every time someone comes to the school, what they say, man, I thought, man, y'all, I had a whole different thought of what y'all really was.
Right.
Man, I thought y'all was this. I thought y'all was that. I know. You know, it's meant to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, man, don't even come to class. Don't even come over here with us.
Right. Right.
Trust me, there's a lot of work to be done. And you gonna do it.
God.
You know what I'm
God.
saying?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gonna
you gotta do it, man.
You know what I mean? So,
Everybody that comes up behind us, you know, they're gonna do it too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like it's a given that we all have to go out there and put in this work. You know
Straight
what
up.
I mean? The answer to
Like,
that?
yeah, I was gonna say too, if I could, you know, like damn near all them brothers out there that be coming to camp, you know, of course they Christian, but like I ain't trying to give them the pass or anything like that. But what about like the Christian, Black and Hispanic Christian leaders? You know what I mean? Who have the Bible in their hands, you know, who ran into Ecclesiastes 7:7, you know what I mean? But still teach on teach on unity with all nations.
right.
You know what I mean? Like, they get the blame. They're the blame for our destruction.
Right.
For having the Bible in their hands and never really speaking about the truth of the Bible.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? So, like, what I just want to point out, like, them brothers and sisters that are out there in the world, you know, like, you kind of, like, okay, like I said, you don't want to give them the pass, but they damn near get the pass.
Right.
They don't know any better. But then, like, you know, Al Sharpton and whatever you want, Creflo Dollar, whatever, even the Black, then Hispanic preachers, man, you know what I mean? They have the Bible in the hands of their leaders, because they have the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
But yet they don't follow what Christ taught.
Well,
They don't follow what God taught.
They don't look like you though.
Yeah,
Right,
You get what I'm
that's
saying?
what-
Like, when they look like you, that's when they got a problem.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like they can. If I put a suit and a tie on, I'm pretty sure people start following me too.
Right.
You
Right.
get what I'm
Right.
saying? But since I want to dress in pro clubs and and fatigues and wear
Right.
chains and stuff like that, now
tight jeans.
yeah,
and shit,
now it's a
yeah.
problem. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
God.
damn what they think. My thing is this: you ain't gonna fish people with being soft.
Right.
We fishing the wrong people with that. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna put them all purple, I'm gonna fish everybody. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm gonna
right,
fish everybody. I'm gonna have my low haircut, my line up, and all that. I'm
Right,
fishing everybody.
right,
But if I'm rocking how what we wear, with long fringes and jackets and leather and all that, of course it's like that's too hardcore for people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And damn the people that don't want to follow you. I
Right.
say, man, listen, we need less people. We got to,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, we got a lot of people in the UPK. We need less people. We need less people coming in because the people that is gonna come in is the brothers who's gonna stick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need brothers who's gonna stick and stand firm and not be watered down or not waver. You feel me?
Right.
We don't need brothers that's gonna be wavering about if this is something they want to do or not. We need brothers that know that they're gonna put their life on the line for this every day.
Come on.
You know what
General
I'm saying?
Hazian said it best. Well, ISUPK, we don't want everybody.
Yeah,
We just want those that are gonna come in and be warriors.
straight up.
Everybody else, go and ruin the other camps.
Go ahead.
He said, you might, if you bring everybody in, they'll start bringing in their nonsense,
Mhm.
and they'll destroy this.
Yes.
So we ain't trying to get everybody.
Listen, when
You
a brother do something wrong in the school, man, he needs to get checked hard. So
God.
just let him know, is this where I want to be?
Exactly.
Damn,
Exactly.
I ain't like, hey, is this a good place for me?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Like
He'll
if
say,
you can't
no.
take correction, this just ain't the place for you.
Straight up.
You know that's the truth.
You know?
Man, you know it's heavy truth, Cap. And you know what? Like I said, you know sometimes when you see these things on the videos and people posting up, because now you know the media, the media, man, that we have now is not like back in the day. Now we're seeing everything that's happening out there, and it's become clear. I believe there's a precept that knowledge will multiply, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the multiplication of knowledge here, where now we can see everything that's happening around the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time a brother gets shot, we're seeing it.
Yeah.
Every time a brother gets beat, we're seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time our people get deported or what's happening at the detention centers, man, we're getting first view of what's happening.
Straight up.
There is no more about, you know, he say, she say, or might be or might not be. You know, we're actually really seeing what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no denying that the evil that the white man is doing to us is clear. You know what I'm saying? It's clear. You know, the beauty of it is that not only do we have history written about the atrocities committed to black Hispanics and Native American Indians,
Mm-hmm.
in our time, we're watching it unravel before our eyes.
Most definitely.
In the media, in the social media. So there ain't no going around. I mean, for those people who say, nah, man, because you guys are racist against the white man, let me tell you something, man. We can see it historically, based in books, based in the stories, based in the historical traditions, and now we're watching it live on our phones, live on our computers. We're seeing how, you know, these people are treating our brothers and sisters, and we are brothers and sisters, because the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you have the same enemy as I have, then that means me and you have a common interest.
Listen, man, listen. When I was young, right? I remember I was in a class with a Hispanic brother. Me and him got into a fight, right? We got into a fight and all that. And the teacher said, the teacher was a devil. Came up to me and said, what's the problem? And you know, we all had a little Mexican beef, but it wasn't about that at the time. It was about something else. And she put my arm next to his arm, right? And she's like, y'all both the same. What's the problem? And like I looked at her as I grew up. And I said, damn. I remember she put our arms next to each other. And I said, well, damn, you the problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That we ain't. You the problem. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and I found out when I came into the truth, and I was like, damn, that's real. Like, we don't have a problem, but because when you put people in, listen, when you have the kingdom, you'll understand. We'll understand what we went through. We're gonna put poor people amongst other poor people in our kingdom. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're gonna, but then at the same time, we're gonna have priests to, you know, cover all those things so nothing happen. But you're gonna see how survival tactics kick in. You get what I'm saying? Because why? In here, when you live in the streets, right? When you from your neighborhood, you don't think about morals is out the door.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Morality, morals out the door, and you don't think about morals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In UPK, that's why cats come from the streets and they learn morals through the Bible. They say, damn, man, that's true. I should have came to this cat. They don't learn that. They just learn survival. You know what I'm saying? And in here, we're going to be built with morals. And you'll see when we have the kingdom how morality is going to be gone amongst the poor, amongst the slaves. Because they ain't going to have morals. They're going to think about what? Living tomorrow.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And this is something different. All that knowledge and smartness goes out the window when you trying to eat.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And
Trying to survive.
Trying to survive.
Yeah,
And that's what we go through. So we don't think about loving each other.
Right.
We don't think about coming together.
God.
We thinking about my kids got to eat, so your kids won't eat tonight.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you look at it like, what's the problem, man? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And he destroys our minds, man, makes us into these people, makes us sin. You're born to be a sinner. You know that, right?
Right.
That's what Christ was born. Christ was born into sinful flesh, meaning he was about to be born into a life prepared for sin. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And that's what we all get put up on. And we look at that, we say, damn, man, no matter what our condition is, it's never okay to sin. You know what I mean? You got to be twice as strong as the next person so you can live this life to save the nation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you have people like that with that mindset and they go apply what we actually talking about, man, we'll get it. You know what I'm saying? We'll get it for sure.
Con. Go ahead, Sean.
So like what I was gonna bring out, Cap was saying super heavy because that's the reason why other nations don't hate each other.
Right.
East Indians don't hate each other.
Nah.
Asians don't hate each other.
Hold on. If I could, it's not that they have problems within each other,
Right.
but they work them out.
Kind
You get what I'm saying?
Kind.
They work their problems out, but and they kill each other too. But like a long time ago, Jeremy Muhammad said this: when they kill each other, it's just they gonna have to hash the problem out from side to side. Family gonna have to talk to that family, whatever. But when someone else kills us, it's a what?
Act of war.
Act of war. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? It's an act of war. Now it's like, damn, like yeah, we kill each other because we had a personal problem. I
Right.
live next to him, and you know he did this to me. Yeah, I killed him, man. We gotta deal with that.
Right.
But when someone else kills us, it's like, what's your problem with me? You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah,
What's your, you know what I mean? What's your problem?
Con.
You know what I'm saying? But we looked at it as such a low people that our problems don't matter.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that was just like
Absolutely.
good.
Oh no, man. You know, you're absolutely right, Cap. And you know, that's why it's important for us to start to realize. You know, since 1969, when this truth came out, blacks and Hispanics, we've been starting to learn how closely related we are,
Oh yeah.
and how important it is for us to understand each other. You know, we all out there spreading the word and you know, doing the best to keep us in this state of mind, where now we're going to become a nation, a powerful nation, because what's more powerful than a black and Hispanic getting together?
Right.
You know, what's more powerful than that? That should be a threat to every other nation. When you got black and Hispanics, man, we're the top-notch dogs in the boxing ring.
Mm-hmm.
We're the top-notch dogs in anything. You know what I'm saying? And that should be something that everybody should consider. Man, don't worry about us. Worry about the kids we're raising.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna raise up warriors who will be without blemish and understanding what the Lord expects us to do. Go ahead, Kishawan.
What I was gonna say is like if I could, all it took was the crack epidemic for
Right.
us to forget our history. All it took was to give us a serious case of amnesia was for them to give us drugs.
Right.
And then we forgot everything that we've been through together. Because up until the crack epidemic, the so-called blacks and Mexicans, they had unity between them.
Right.
You know, after that, it went all down the drain, man.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I was gonna say. It's like,
You know, man, we're coming to the end of the show. It's at 10. What is it? 10:01. Oh man, we're past the time already.
We had a good time.
Hey man, it's always a good time here on Inconvenient Truth. You know, we're out here to let everybody know that the Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, man, we have so much in common. You know what I'm saying? And with that, we should understand that each of us in this kingdom that we're living in, man, we're going through the same problems, and it's been like that for over 600 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's time that we wake up to this truth. And you know what? If you're not in the ISUPK, but you watch the show, it's time to come into the ISUPK.
Right.
It's time to get yourself together, get yourself in black, get into these classes, and you know what? Become part of this that we're building, because this is an important part of building, man. Man, I was just like everybody else out there. I was just like, you know what? Why go into that? You know what I mean? Why do that? I could, man. The Lord. What's the Christian say? God is everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, you can pray for God in your living room, and you're good.
God.
Yeah, I talk to God. Oh, I found God. You know, I found God. No, man, that's not the way it is. The Lord chooses His people. What does the scripture say in 1 John? I chose you. You did not choose me.
Yeah, right.
The Lord chooses who He's gonna put into this place. He chooses who is gonna speak for Him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not an easy task. You gotta learn to put yourself in order before you can go and preach to others.
Yeah, right.
You gotta first straighten yourself out before you can straighten anybody else out. If you're out there smoking, if you're out there, you know, still with hoes, if you're out there being a Christian, man, you're just not ready yet.
Right.
You have to come into this truth and understand that, you know what, right here, you're gonna get redefined. You're gonna get shaved. You know what I mean? You're gonna become whole. You're gonna become that person that's worthy of speaking for the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is not for everybody. Those that say, well, the UPK is not for me, well, maybe the Lord is just not for you.
Right.
Maybe the work that the Lord has put out for people to do is just not for you. And that's okay. You know, we're all going to the kingdom, but some of us are going to be soldiers. And some of us are just going to be everyday people. I choose, my brothers here choose, we all choose, my house is with the Lord. And that's in the Bible too. Me and my house, we serve the Lord.
Yeah, right.
And that's the way it is here. Me and my brothers in the ISUPK, we've chosen to serve the Lord.
Yeah.
That's what we've chosen to do. Man, we are the ISUPK 125th Street, heart of New York City. We come out here every Wednesday, man, the Inconvenient Truth, to bring our people to the knowledge that, man, we are the Lord's chosen people. And with that, we have a responsibility. In this appointed time that the Lord has chosen to wake up his people, we have taken the task to do this work and to wake up our people and to bring them into this truth. Mm-hmm. Man, join us every Wednesday for the Inconvenient Truth. I want to thank Cap, man, for coming down here and being in the Inconvenient Truth this week, man. Oscar War, Kasharwan, Lahab, Kamada, Salakia, and all of us here, man. We invite you every week to come down here and join us in the Inconvenient Truth. Remember, man, post up your questions, send us a text, ISUPK Inconvenient Truth on YouTube. Join us there. What is that?
Subscribe.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep us going, man. Spread this, man. Get us in here every Wednesday. We're going to be right here. To all the brothers and sisters out there who tuned in today, Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahweh, Barakatah. Thank you for joining us today. With that, Shalom, Israel.